Hello, my name is Paddy. I'm from Congo and I'm a student in La Roche University in Information Technology.
Hello, my name is Arthur. I am from Brazil and I'm currently working and studying at the University of Pittsburgh, doing a master's in material science engineering.
Hi, my name is Cristina Owono. I'm from Equatorial Guinea. I'm a sophomore and my major is health science.
I chose Pittsburgh because it's a quiet city. And also I have most of my family in Pittsburgh and it's easier for me to visit them sometime between breaks and come back without traveling a lot. First of all, when I was trying to find a university or to study in USA, I directly goes to La Roche because some of my friends told me that La Roche is a good is a good university. There is diversity and there is also good scholarship right there. And when I was applying for my F1 visa, I got accepted for my admission in La Roche and that's how it goes, so I'm here.
Well, in fact, when I received the invitation in 2022, I was trying to live an alternative life, something totally different from what I'm doing right now. I was living in a mountain with my dog, trying to grow my own food and this kind of stuff. And so when I received the invitation, it was out of nowhere, to be honest. And I don't know, I always had I wanted to live in another country, mainly for the culture exchange, but also it was a really good opportunity for me to work in the field where I had graduated in Brazil. So I accepted an invitation to start working in Dr. Garcia's group. It's a ferrous physical metallurgy group. And in January of this year, he offered me the opportunity of starting a master's, and I accepted, very happy, and yeah, here I am.
The reason why I decided to come to Pittsburgh is because I always wanted to learn the language. I wanted to learn English, and my first language is Spanish. And I decided to come to La Roche because my uncle used to study here, and that's how I get to know La Roche and Pittsburgh. So in my country, I don't have as many options for like universities. So education for the college level was something that I knew I had to go outside to search for it. And I decided to come to America because I always wanted to learn English. And when my dad told me about it, he told me about it because he knew that his brother, my uncle, came to La Roche, and he was like, oh, he just told me that you could come to La Roche, there's like some scholarships. And I was late when I was searching for college. La Roche was a pretty good, reasonable price for college compared to my other options because I checked in other states, but this was the one that fit me economically.
E aí, esse é meu quarto aqui em Pittsburgh. Vamos mostrar. Bem, essa foi a primeira vez que eu tive um quarto só para mim, foi desde que eu me mudei para cá. Antes eu tinha o privilégio de dividir com meus irmãos, mas desde que eu me mudei e tenho a oportunidade de organizar as coisas da minha maneira, eu tenho essa mesinha que eu achei na rua, aqui eu tenho algumas pedras, algumas coisas que têm um valor simbólico para mim, uma vela que eu gosto muito também. Eu consegui esses dois, não sei como chamar isso, pôsteres de pássaros, que para mim é uma coisa que me encanta muito, são os pássaros, tem uma coisa muito simbólica para mim. As abelhas também representam um tempo na minha vida que eu vivi antes de vir para cá, que foi muito lindo também, que eu me envolvi com a criação de abelhas nativas e produção de mel nativo na minha região, foi uma coisa muito linda.
tem uma planta que eu ganhei de presente da minha namorada, que também deixou muito mais bonito o meu quarto. Esse quadro onde eu agora tá com esse tanto de coisa feia escrita aí, porque eu tava fazendo umas contas, mas eu escrevo de tudo aí, às vezes escrevo uns pensamentos, e foi uma coisa muito útil para mim. Tenho aqui meus instrumentos, que, como eu disse, eu gosto muito de tocar. Esse daqui é o meu instrumento preferido, o baixo. Eu comprei ano passado de um cara que já tocava, comprei esse instrumento usado, esse amplificador, que no Brasil é muito difícil de conseguir instrumentos como esses, e aqui é muito mais acessível, eu não podia perder a oportunidade, e acho que são as únicas coisas que eu tenho aqui que realmente tem um valor material grande e que para mim significa muito também. E meu quarto é esse. Ah, deixa eu te mostrar. Eu trouxe do Brasil uma bolsa só com os meus livros preferidos, porque os livros também são coisas muito importantes para mim e eu não quis deixar em casa, porque vai que eu quisesse ler uma coisa, né, que estava muito longe, não tinha como. Aí eu trouxe para cá uma bolsa de livros, essa gaveta tá todos os meus livros preferidos que eu trouxe lá do Brasil.
Hi, welcome to my room tour. Pues por ahora, como estudiante de la Roche University, estoy viviendo en el edificio de Moller y este es mi cuarto que comparto con otras 3 chicas. Aquí está una, this is Sammy.
Hi guys, I'm Christina's roommate.
Ella es de Sierra Leona y luego está otras 2, una que es de mi país también, Guinea Ecuatorial, y luego está otra que es americana, de Pittsburgh. Y por aquí está el salón con los sofás, y luego tenemos ahí neveras y tenemos microondas y es como nuestra nuestra mini cocina que tenemos. Y aquí te presento mi cuarto, el cual comparto con Sammy. Aquí está la entrada, esta es mi cama y aquí tengo un montón de decoración que ahora te voy a enseñar. Pues por aquí tengo unas señales de Red Hawk y de La Roche porque demuestran que soy una estudiante en La Roche y que estoy muy orgullosa de mi colegio. Luego aquí tengo decoración de un corazón de Lego y aquí tengo unas ilustraciones de el cerebro, el corazón, porque estoy en un major de Health Science, entonces estudio el cuerpo humano y biología. Y aquí a mí me gustan muchísimo los accesorios y aquí tengo como un joyero con todos mis pendientes, mis pulseras, anillos y aquí tengo como pósters, Be Kind to Your Mind. Y aquí tengo un póster con todos los países africanos, porque soy africana de Guinea Ecuatorial. Y tengo aquí todas las banderas de los países africanos. Y luego tengo el continente africano aquí para verlo siempre. Y luego aquí está mi cama. Y ahí he puesto unas luces y flores, porque a mí me encantan las flores. Y yo intenté hacer como una decoración de rosa y verde porque son mis colores favoritos, entonces tengo aquí verde, tengo unas flores en rosas y luego aquí tengo fotos con mis amigos en mi experiencia en La Roche, que aquí tengo todos mis recuerdos muy bonitos con mis amigos. Y luego aquí tengo un póster de un TV show que se llama Friends, que es un TV show americano. Y es un TV show que me ayudó mucho a practicar mi inglés antes de venir a Estados Unidos. Y luego aquí tengo mi mesa, tengo aquí mi Biblia porque soy católica. Luego tengo aquí para estudiar, tengo unas flores aquí que me encantan las flores y esta es la ventana que tengo. Y aquí es donde estudio y hago mis actividades y planeo eventos y cosas así.
So as you can hear, my English is not very perfect because I'm from Congo. We speak French there. All my life I speak French. And I learned English in La Roche because I start with ESL. I learned basic thing in La Roche. I learned how to write, how to speak correctly, even if it's not that good. I'm just trying my best every day.
So when I first came here, I remember it was very hard for me, the language, because my first language is Spanish. And it was very hard, even if I learned English before, like it was hard to be speaking English every day. So I had to go through the ESL program and I just did 1 semester of ESL. And I really liked my professors, they were very helpful. I feel like I learned a lot and that helped me like get better academically. With my English and feel more confident. After the program, I felt more confident with English, and as I was getting involved in the school, I also got very confident.
Language is also like a little bit difficult in the beginning, even though I had studied before coming here, and I had some, I don't know, some skills. But of course, like the experience of being inside this culture, the language is difficult. It's different and it's a little bit difficult in the beginning.
So, as an IT major, my schedule is a little bit different. I have 6 classes and 1 online, so I can handle everything easily. And at my free time, I usually study, study for my next assignment, doing my homeworks, those kind of stuff, until the next class. I do not work because right now I'm trying to find a job in campus, and there is not a lot of job in campus because La Roche is a small university, so I'm trying to find a process how to get a good job in campus so I can survive a little bit myself. And it could be better if they try to figure out what to do with this kind of situation, or where students doesn't have anything to do for a break, for example, and just sit on campus because they can't go back home for like 1 week break, go back in Africa and come back. That is impossible, I can say. So I think it would be better to give to international students more job opportunities in campus so they can have something to do. They can have one way to make money between a break or after classes or anytime they want. Yeah.
So in my day to day, I just go to class. I usually finish in my, like throughout the week, I finish at 3:30. So before that, I just go to my classes. I am part of SGA. I am the director of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we have meetings every Wednesday, like twice a month. So I would go, on a Wednesday, I would go to their meeting. I also created my club, the cooking club. And we have meetings on Mondays from 5 to 6. And I'm very involved since I came to La Roche. As I said, I'm part of SGA, I created my club, and I'm also the secretary of the African club and of the biology club. And it's pretty fun to be involved because it helps you get to meet people and just do activities on campus, organize events. So it helps me build my leadership skills and all the personal skills, and it helps me learn about other cultures, which is something I love. And something very important that I'm doing as I involve is I'm making changes on campus. For example, with the cooking club, we collaborated with RSO and SGA, and we are changing the kitchen. We're renovating the kitchen. We're changing the flooring, we're repainting the walls, the cabinets, the tall chairs that are in the kitchen. So it's going pretty well and I'm very happy. Hi, here am I in my table because I'm running for president of SGA, and it's one of the other things that I get involved in the school. I did a year in SGA as the director of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and now I want to get more involved and become the president.
My day-to-day life it's very comfortable, I would say, because at the lab we don't have a specific time to arrive or to leave. We have our projects that are assigned for each one of us, where we all work collectively in different projects, and we have weekly meetings, so we just have to update Professor Garcia with all the results of the work we've been doing throughout the whole week. And so you kind of do your own time, obviously talking to your colleagues too. And besides the work and the study part of my life, I could tell I enjoy a lot my life here, especially playing soccer. I think the city is a great city for people who like to practice sports. I like to play soccer. And I also, on the Saturdays, I join with some friends and we make some music. I like to go for a walk, and there are a lot of beautiful places in this neighborhood. Specifically, right now, I live right next to a park. It's a good time when I go there and to have a little bit of contact with nature. It's something that I really like. So my day-to-day life is basically like that. Well, like I said, as a good Brazilian, I love soccer, and I would play every day if I could after work. But usually, I've been playing every Wednesday night. Today was a different day. We were just playing for fun, but I usually play practicing with the team that because we're gonna play the GPSL, the league, the summer league that Pittsburgh has every year. So just practicing. But today was just for fun. I enjoy. I love playing soccer.
In my country, education is not on the top level of education, can I say. People usually try to find better education somewhere else. They choose to study in other country, where education is the primary priority of of children. So for me, I can say most of the Congolese people choose to study in USA or Canada. If you do not have a good education in your country, just travel, try to find a better education for you that can make your future better than somebody else who doesn't have education, who doesn't have good education anymore.
Something very hard for me was the English because I feel like when I came here, I remember that even if I was talking with someone, like a normal conversation, I was like, oh, sorry, can you repeat that? Like, excuse me, sorry. Like, it was hard for me because I was thinking in Spanish and I was overthinking it. And sometimes I was even scared to answer in English, so I just smiled and things like that. But I feel like it's getting better now that I'm getting more involved and I'm going through classes and all those things. It's helping me. So the language was something very hard for me, I'll say.
I think the hardest part of coming here is actually the people and the place that you live behind. It's something that made my time very hard in the beginning. I struggled a lot to focus on the activities that I needed to do and not think too much about my family, my friends that I was living in Brazil.
So I'm a community student. That means I don't live in campus. So before, when I start my classes early morning, I used to live like 1 hour away from La Roche. So I was really struggling to get a bus and to come in class on time, and that was the biggest struggle ever. So I was waking up early morning, take the first bus, going downtown. After downtown, taking another bus and come to La Roche every day for like 6 months, I think. And after, thanks God, I got a car, so it's more easier for me to come to La Roche and go back home easily.
Okay. Personally, for me, the most impacting thing that happened to me in the United States is the transportation, because it's very hard to walk from a point A to a point B. The only way to do that is to have a car or to take the bus, and either way, the bus takes very long time to reach to a destination. So I got experiences about it because I used to take the bus when I came at the beginning when I came to the US, and so it was very hard for me. I was supposed to wake up every morning at 5 o'clock because I had class at 8. So take the bus, going downtown, take another bus. So I think the most struggle thing that happened to me was the transportation part.
Yeah, I agree with what you say. I think transportation is a big issue here. The buses take so long, as you said, and especially like in the winter
Yeah.
with the weather and when it's cold, it would be very hard for you to like have to stay there and wait for the bus. Because I was on campus, and even for me to move from my dorm to this building, which is nothing, I struggle. So yeah, it's hard.
I actually like the transportation. No, for real. I think it works better than it does in my city. You know, like you have more options, more lines, and I don't know. Yeah, for me, the fact that you can see like how much time that you have for the bus or where is the bus.
Sometimes your plan can be changed, the bus can be cancelled, and you don't know what to do. You must take an Uber. So now I'm good. I have a car. Thanks God.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Also, the food is very different from back home. Like probably you guys felt the same. It's not my favorite food. Like I like some of the American food, but it's not my favorite. It's not like something I really enjoy. So I really miss the food from my hometown.
Yeah, me too. It was also a kind of a positive shock for me, like the amount of different options that you have, right? Because I had never, for example, I had never tried Indian food, or I had never tried Chinese food before, but I really miss my home food, you know. But if I had to choose something that for me is the most impacting, I would say maybe is the way that people interact with each other. You know, maybe it's not like specifically from Brazil to the U.S., but because I come from a small city in Brazil, and we are used to say good morning, good evening to anyone in the street, you know, and hug people, and I feel like here people are not much into like sharing intimacy as we are in my place, and that for me in the beginning was a little bit weird to understand, you know. But just to say something positive too about the culture shock, I feel like I was telling you, sometimes I feel like people here, they are so honest that they are kind of innocent. You know, like when the lights are red and there is no car coming, and you know that there is no car and nobody crosses the street, you know? And I want to cross because there is no car, but I also don't want to be the only guy, especially when I'm wearing my Brazilian jersey, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I'll say like a positive impact for me is the amount of opportunities on campus, because the system back home for me is just like very focused on academics, but here you have a lot of organizations and clubs you can join and ways you can start your own club or like do things on campus or even outside campus, host events and things like that. So it's something that I did not expect it, you know, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. The combination of diversity of studies, that is really matter for me, because my country, the government puts studies in priority, and diversity is just Sunday. I mean, you just do the fun for Sunday, and the rest of the day study.
Yeah.
And coming here, I feel like I'm more happy to study. I feel better when I'm studying, but rather than studying back home, or you always in stress about what's happening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Well, I think I would totally recommend the experience of living in another country, because I wouldn't even say besides the difficulties. I think the difficulties kind of make it like worthy too. Sometimes I try to stop what I'm doing and focus on my life and think about how I felt about myself when I came here and how I feel now, and I see that I have grown up a lot with with the, like I said, being in contact with different cultures, Pittsburgh it's a city that has people from all over the world, and it's something that I was not even expecting to live before I came here. I knew it was like a city that has a lot of students, but I hadn't the idea that would be that intense. I have friends from India, from Iran, from Peru, from my girlfriend is from Guatemala, people from Mexico, Chile, China. So it's really an amazing experience. And I recommend, if you have the opportunity of living in another country, whatever it is, if it's Brazil, it's a really good choice. But whatever countries, I think it's an amazing experience.
I think the most positive thing that you can have in coming to this country is the opportunity to learn a new language. For people who doesn't speak English, for example, like me, be able to communicate with other culture, to share culture, to make friends everywhere, to to be able to explore other views, and to learn about a country, a populations, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So what I think when it comes to traveling for college, I think it's a really good idea, because when I came here, I feel like I grew up a lot because I had to be more independent, and I get to meet people from different cultures. So I would say it's really good to go out to another country to study, because you're gonna learn about other people and their cultures and their religions, and that helps you grow a lot personally. And I feel like the more you learn about other people, the more you learn in general about life and even about yourself. So I really recommend it. Yeah. So I just want to tell all international students out there that if you're looking to leave your country to study outside, it's something that you should do, because the college journey is something that is not just about the degree, but it's about getting to meet people and getting to know yourself. So if you go to a different place, I know it's hard because you're not going to know the language maybe, and you're not going to know the place, but that's going to help you grow. You know, it's going to help you grow personally and professionally as you get involved in school and you do things. So I really recommend it, and I think it's a really good thing to go outside to other cultures and just challenge yourself.